And most of the time it is in my day-to-day runnings today. It was started for one reason, one concrete fact only. I wanted to be two things. I wanted to be happy and feel satisfied in what I was doing. And number two is I wanted to help people. I think I was put on this earth to help other people succeed.
Every day I work out. Every day I work out.
What up, superheroes? It's your boy CJ Washington Jr. All right, man. Today this video is actually an interview, a questionnaire from one of my great friends, Nay. So Renee, man, she wanted to interview me for this online magazine that she works for. And I think the name, well, I'll be on my computer a little bit, so I may look over from time to time. And I think it's Alt Magazine, Alt Daily Magazine, which is altdaily.com. It's about, and I'll put a link in the description probably about it. So, and it's a local magazine here in Virginia talking about different business owners, etc., etc., etc. So let's get the party started, man. First question, how do I describe, first, thank you, Renee, for this opportunity. I think it's an amazing opportunity to share my message and to share what superhero fitness and CJ Washington Jr. is all about. So question one, how would you describe your current customer base? I really think my customer base are people that's in need, people that's looking for something. You know, whether it's to lose 10 pounds or whether it's to get ready for a powerlifting show or whether it's to be an elite athlete or even whether it's a subconscious or how you view yourself, whether it's one of those type of self-esteem, that's the word I'm looking for, self-esteem issues. People have these issues and then they seek out other individuals to help them with their situation. That's my client base. My client base are people, not necessarily all athletes, not necessarily all women, not necessarily all men, but it's the unique thing they have in common. The same thing they have in common is that they're all searching for something. So I think the people, my client base, are just searchers of being better in some aspect of it, whether it's emotionally, physically, for athletics. Some of them are sure athletics. Some of them is just want to get some more gains, want to get a bigger lift. But then some of them really have a little deeper rooted issues and actually want to be a better human being. So that's my client base. What's make my company unique? And I don't even know if it's unique because I've heard and seen other people do the same thing. But what makes my company special and what made my company Superhero Fitness different is that the company wasn't started to be a company. It wasn't started to make money. It wasn't started to put money in my pocket. That was the furthest thing from my mind. And and most of the time it is in my day-to-day runnings today. It was started for one reason, one concrete fact only. I wanted to be two things. I wanted to be happy and feel satisfied in what I was doing. And number two is I wanted to help people. I think I was put on this earth to help other people succeed through my life and the things I've been through my journey and through my experiences and the things that I've been through. It used to be because of football. Now it's because of weight training. That's my medium. My medium has changed. And now it's because of powerlifting. And now because as I'm getting older, I've experienced different things. I've been outside the country. I travel up and down throughout the United States, and I've picked up on different things. I've studied different things to help other people be successful. And through that's why the company Superhero Fitness was founded. That principle alone. I wanted to be happy in what I was doing, and I wanted to help these people. And helping people, like I believe is my God-given purpose on this earth, is the reason why I started this company. That's what makes me different, because I'm going to do any and everything I can to help other people be successful. And that's it. What are some of the main reasons you like living and doing business in Norfolk and the Hampton Roads in general? So when I got ready to move, I'm from Columbia, South Carolina. So when I got ready to move from Columbia, South Carolina, I looked at places to move, and between Virginia Beach and between Charlotte, Virginia Beach, I think was a growing city. A lot of people in here, and actually, when I came up here, I seen Mount Trashmore, And the atmosphere there, I seen everybody working out, getting in shape. I go down to the boardwalk. I see all these people run and getting in shape. I'm like, man, it does have a community here of people that's already involved in this, from the different runs, the runs and the mud runs that they have here in Virginia that they didn't have in Columbia, South Carolina. And I didn't see the same thing in Charlotte. Business-wise in Charlotte, I think it'd probably been better for me to go there. But like I said, I didn't start this for business. I think the best thing about doing business here is the fitness community that's here in the Hampton Roads felt perfect for me. So when I first started working out, man, I didn't have a gym or anything. Go to Mount Trashmore. We go to the beach, and people was fine with that because they wanted to be better. So that's the best thing about it to me, is just the community of fitness athletes and the buzz that you get when you go to Mount Trashmore and you see moms, dads, athletes, non-athletes walking, running, doing push-ups, doing sit-ups. You go to the beach, people in the boardwalk, we got more. All that really is the best thing for me about the community here. Tell us more about how you started a business in the first place. I think I sort of did that with the first answer, but to reiterate, I want to be happy, man, and I wanted to help people. And at the end of the day, though, you got to make $1 some kind of way. So I took my idea and made it into superhero fitness. What have been some of your biggest challenges? That's a difficult question for me to answer, really, because I just don't deal in that. I look forward to difficult challenges, so I embrace most of them. Well, no, I embrace all of them. And I guess the biggest setback for me was actually I'm all over the place. I do everything possibly to help me reach my goals, just like I do for everybody else. So when I first started, I was playing football. So I would work for a little bit and go play football for half the year, go work for half the year. So my biggest challenge in there was tough for me to build a base and to me to build steady clientele, because I kept leaving, going back and forth from person to person, people to people, So that's probably my biggest challenge. But I love challenges. I think on the other side of them things, this is why I embrace it. I tell everyone, embrace these challenges. On the other side of these challenges is all kinds of games. Shout out to the Hodge twins. Besides superhero fitness, how else do you stay engaged in the community? I mean, that is it. Superhero fitness is how I stay engaged in the community. It's a fitness company, but it's not limited to it. I'm also thinking about changing the name, so even the name will be have more of a range when you read it, and not just fitness, because I'm all about socially, mentally, physically, emotionally being healthier. So I reach out to. I'm actually starting this program with the Boys and Girls Club. We're in talks now, so hopefully it happens, where I go there and take an underprivileged youth who needs some mentoring, and I mentor them, and they get our free personal training. I'm starting that program. I do motivational speaking. I do calendars for breast cancer. I do motivational speaking. I'm doing all these things, but it's still under the superhero fitness umbrella. So I'm doing things like that, motivational speaking, working with the Boys and Girls Club, reaching out to different kids I see on Facebook, reaching out to different people, not necessarily kids I see on social media that need my help or my services, and I extend them through superhero fitness, and that's how I've been able to stay engaged in the community. So, and also in December I'm doing a 30-day challenge, and part of that challenge is I'm letting people do free super camps, which is my version of a boot camp, and also I'm doing obstacle course training, and both of those are every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and all that stuff is free. All you gotta do is bring in a canned good and or a toy. So I'm doing a food drive and a toy drive for the month of December, and I'm teaming up with the Boys and Girls Club again, and I'm teaming up with one of the local churches here in Norfolk too. So stuff like that is kind of, but it's still under the same umbrella. That's how I kind of work with help out in the community. So. If someone is looking to get into a fitness program, what advice would you give them? Hold on one second, I can't read the last question. Best buying decision. You get what you pay for. Realistically, if you want to be successful, I think it's going to be, you got to really you got to invest in it. So sometimes that investment is monetarily, but sometimes that investment is your time. Sometimes that investment is sacrifice, but you will have to invest in it. So my advice to that person is, first, make sure you're going to be committed to the program. It's not going to work. I don't care who the trainer is, Jillian Michaels, myself. You can get Jesus to train you. If you leave that training, you're not doing the necessary things at home to be successful, you won't be successful. So the first thing is make sure you're committed to the commitment, committed to the process to do whatever it takes to better yourself. Secondly, do your research, man. Look at what the person's about. Social media is everywhere. Go on their Facebook, go on their Snapchat, go on their Instagram. Look at what they're about. See if their training style, is something that you can deal with. Some trainers yell and scream. Some trainers are like me. I yell and scream, but it's all about positivity and motivation. Some trainers are more like drill sergeants. Some trainers are happy-go-lucky. Everybody's different. Some want to lift weights. Some will do. So do your research on that. See what you can work with. And personality-wise, too, because I've had some clients I can get along with as well. And so that made it harder to train them. So make sure you can get along with that person, and then after that, just whatever you can fit in your budget. But if it's quality, if it's gonna work, I sort of feel like you gotta pay for it. So invest in it. So commit is the first thing. Make sure you're going to commit. Make sure that's the first thing. Make sure you're gonna commit. Do your research to make sure this person's style, what they're about, how they view your training is something you feel like will work well with you, and then you can make your buying decision out from there. What advice would you give someone who wants to start their own business in general? I will give you the same advice that I took. Do something that you love. Do something you're passionate about. Do something that you would do every single day, whether or not you got a dime for it. I would still help people out. Because a lot of time with Superhero Fitness, I don't get any money. A lot of time I'm doing certain stuff for certain people. So do whatever you would do in their own situation. That would be my first thing. Second thing, have a plan. Have a business plan. A well thought out business plan. What direction you want to go in will be the second thing. And for me as well, keep your costs low. I think I've been doing a very good job of that to stay in profit, because I try not to spend a lot of money. And you do have to spend money to get quality equipment. You do have to spend money, but if you lower your costs on other things, like my website, I created my own website with Wix. I didn't necessarily, on social media, a lot of times you don't even need a website. So instead of getting a person to do that, instead of getting a person to do my admin, instead of getting all these other things, so I kept my costs low. So that's one thing I would say. Keep your costs low. Make sure you got a plan, business plan, a well thought out business plan, and also reassessments. Stay reassessing yourself, because how you viewed it and how everything was working one day don't necessarily mean it's going to work again 2 weeks from now. So every quarter, I guess I would say probably a good number to reassess yourself. Make sure things are going how they want to go. Don't be afraid to change. And for anybody in fitness, and I guess it's good for all business too, stay on top of what the business is. I watch fitness videos every day, so I'm getting knowledge. So I want education in that field, I guess is the best way to say it. So stay educated, stay on top of what the greatest trend is, the greatest fad is, so that way with your company, you can decide whether you want to do it or you're not. And then anyway, people, the public, the consumer is going to ask you about it. They're going to be inquisitive about it. They're going to see social media. They're going to see print media. They're going to see television media, radio media, and they're going to want to know this thing. And they come to you and like, I don't know. Oh, I ain't heard about that. Then it kind of, diminishes. And then you can actually give your honest opinion. If something I'm doing I think will benefit my client, I'll tell them I think it can benefit you. Because at the end of the day, like I said, my thing is to help them out. So I was like, hey, I don't necessarily do this, but check this out. I heard about this, so I read this, so stay on top. So those couple of things I think will help you guys out in business. How do you think you can make Norfolk a better place? I think by using my influence that I have. So every person that comes into my doors at Superhero Fitness, every person that reads my Instagram, my Snapchat, my Facebook, my Twitter, I have a direct connection with that person. So me pouring into what I think makes my community better, me pouring into that person what I think makes them better, and then they're turning around doing the same thing, I think that's how you have the biggest effect, the biggest change on everybody. I can't change Norfolk by itself, but I can affect every client I see every day. I can affect these people on social media every day. I can motivate them. I can inspire them. I can drive them. And from that, they'll drive and push and motivate somebody else. And I notice how it works because I've done it in my own life, and I've seen it happen. I've seen kids grow up and do the same thing their parents do because that's their influence. I've seen kids grow up. I've helped raise kids that took on my influence. I worked at a Boys and Girls Club before, and kids would take on my influence, and I wasn't their parent. So you do have an influence. So I use that influence, and I'm not a person that's going to get out here and complain about the world's jacked up, everything's wrong, everything. I'm not a person that's going to do that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to use my influence to try to help and change. Not even change, just motivate them and push them in a direction of positivity, in a direction of betterment, in a direction of being great in their own personal greatness. I'm going to do everything I can to push them in that direction, because then they would do the same thing. So if I change me, if I motivate me, I push me, and then all 20 of my class do the same thing for all 30 of their kids, and all 30 of their kids do the same thing for all 50 of their kids. Next thing you know, we got 100 new people, 200 new people, 300 new people, 400 new people, all with this newfound positivity coming straight out of Norfolk, Virginia. So that, and then, you know, my motivational speaking stuff too. But, you know, that's what I really try to do. And I think that will make us a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. So, all right, man. Hope, Renee, man, appreciate it. Thank you very much. Like I said, I always enjoy your presence. You're a wonderful young lady. Check out the description box. I will have the magazine that this interview is going into. I'll have that so you can check it out, and some other Renee's work. I guess that's it, man. Thank you guys for listening. This your boy, CJ Washington Jr.
Every day I work out. Every day I work out. Every day I work out. Every day I work out.